Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Oh, yes! It's Wednesday, 8 in the morning. And you know what time it is. It's the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network live. WoodwardSports.com. Jeff, Iafrate, Adham, Beydoun this morning, along with, of course, Fish, who we're not going to say hi to at the moment. But we are going to start the morning off the way you always should.
Really mean of you.
Love you, buddy. The way you should wake up and start your mornings is like basically what I just did. Bet on the Germany game. You have no idea what's going on and who's who, but damn it, we're betting it. Having said that, good morning, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good. I see you're getting busy.
Yep.
Listen, and I'm watching this right now. I'm going to stay away from the betting. But I was happy last night. The Pistons got their first road win in a long time. It's the first road win of the season. So, big deal yesterday. They beat the Nuggets. I was up till 12 o'clock. I hate watching those West Coast games, but I had to finish it.
Well, look,
the way it was going.
That game was awful to watch. It was.
No, it wasn't pretty.
I stopped at halftime.
Yeah.
I couldn't. My eyes were giving up on me. And I woke up this morning. Obviously, they won. I watched back the second half. Oh, impressive. Good defense.
You didn't watch Croatia-Morocco?
The Marvin Bagley dynamic is very interesting. Alec Burks giving the team a ton of points. That was, I think, their best bench performance all season. And that's been their weakness all season, too, has been their bench, Jeff. So, one, your thoughts, yeah, it's a nice win. But really, what does it mean for the team? What's sustainable? What's not? What's repeatable? I still don't know how they play basketball. What I mean by that is, when I watch some of the teams in the NBA, I know what I'm getting out of Memphis. I know what I'm getting out of Cleveland. I know what I'm getting out of Golden State. Now, I may not get it 7, 8, 9 nights in a row, but I'm going to get it more nights than not. And I'm still not sure what I'm supposed to be expecting, looking for, getting out of this Pistons team.
Yeah, they don't have an identity yet. That's what they're working towards. But what impressed me the most, and you kind of hit it on the head already, they're down 3 of their top 5 players. You don't have Cade. Sadiq flew back to get treatment on his ankle, and Isaiah Stewart's out. Bagley showed up. He's playing a lot of minutes at the center position, which I tweeted out. I was a little frustrated with, but I understand why. I mean, the lack of depth really there, and it's hard because if you play Bagley at the 4, he's going to be guarding Aaron Gordon. So, again, you want Livers at the 4. I get it, but it was frustrating to watch Bagley at the 5. But overall, the bench won that game. I mean, 53 bench points, Alec Burks, Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox, the last 2 games, have been playing well. Burks needs an extension ASAP. I would like him a part of this team's future. He's a great, great piece off the bench. Provided much-needed scoring in a game where really the guards all struggled. Killian, Jaden Ivey, Corey Joseph. Alec Burks stepped up, especially in the fourth quarter. I believe he led the Pistons in scoring in the fourth quarter. He had 7 points. So, again, it comes down to those guys late in the game stepping up. 22 bench points for Denver compared to 53 for the Detroit Pistons. So it was a big deal. The bigger storyline I took away is, you're watching Bojan, he scores 22. The Pistons finally, they snap that 7-game losing streak, and they get their first road win. For a team that has the worst record in the NBA, this is a much-needed win. I mean, the Denver Nuggets were healthy. They had all their starters back.
Jokic was doubtful,
they're well
but
coached.
he ended up playing.
They're well coached. Yeah, I didn't expect him to play, but he was in there. He played well. Obviously, no one could guard him.
Vegas didn't expect him to play.
No.
Because you could have bought the Pistons last night at only 6.5-point dogs. I think the expectation was Jokic wasn't playing, because if he was, and they knew in advance,
right,
I think that's a 10.5, 11.5-point spread. But beyond the point, they look better.
Yeah. They're competing lately more often.
Sure. And look, you guys in the chat over at woodwardsports.com are hilarious, but it does look at times like they're playing 2K. It's like, all right, what are we doing? I don't know. ISO ball. Well, figure it out.
What frustrated me,
just pass and hope somebody's going to get open.
What frustrated me is late in the game, before Burks, started taking over, it seemed like it was just give the ball to Bojan and get out of the way, which is
odd.
Yeah, like I get he's your best player, but at the same time, it's like no, for a guy who struggles to handle the ball. I mean, they knew how to guard Bojan, especially late down the stretch. But you're right. I mean, it hurts. They didn't have great play from their guards. I mean, Ivy didn't have his best performance. Killian struggled. So you need someone to step up, and that someone was Burks. So he gets the nod for me. He's the MVP of that game last night.
All right, Jesse Adams. Adam, Fish, who do you have in this Germany versus Japan game? Fish, who do you think is going to win, buddy? You're the World Cup expert.
I mean, I would assume Germany's going to win. They are the better side. Japan is...
Well, right now
they did well in Asian qualifying, but Asian
right now I
qualifying
am
is
fully
not.
committed to Japan winning, or excuse me, Germany winning, because I bet them to be up at halftime. So here we are.
You didn't do an approximate score, did you?
No,
The
I
exact
just
score?
bet Germany
Okay.
to win the first half. So
Okay.
here we are. I didn't want to
Okay.
bet the full game because the money didn't make sense.
Good point.
Here we are.
Or money line, right? Or is that the same thing?
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
So here we are.
That's good.
Alex, did you end up listening or no?
I did.
All right.
I did.
$3? $5?
5.
$5.
That's
Oh.
Excellent.
big baller.
Excellent
right there.
over there.
You put an anytime goal. Did you just do the one anytime goal score, by the way?
I did something stupid. I don't know. I don't know what that one was.
You did
but-
something different than
No, the bet I'm feeling really good about is Germany at the half,
Yeah.
up and winning. But let's move on. The Lions play.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, they have some injuries, too.
What was that?
That's the Thanksgiving. That's what they do at Thanksgiving. No?
Fish. It's a turkey. It doesn't go.
If a turkey's doing that, you're taking it to the back and
They call it gobble gobble.
you're shooting it.
Oh my God! Careful how you say that, Jeff.
You're taking
Oh my
that turkey
goodness.
to the back and you're taking it out.
All right, good. As long as you're not doing something else with it.
Like, wait,
Hey, you said it, not me.
okay.
I'm just saying.
No, listen, don't do that with the turkey.
Don't do what you did.
What? Kill the turkey.
You
That's
sick
what I
ass.
meant. No,
Don't you
my
don't
God.
say, hey,
don't call
I'm gonna
PETA.
take
Don't call
I'm gonna
PETA.
take this turkey to the back and do what? You sick freak.
No.
Jesus.
No.
Gosh. People are trying to eat
No,
turkey
that's-
tomorrow.
God,
wrong with you?
Where did you go with that?
I hope that's what you're doing, says
no.
David Brewer.
No.
All right, look. Thanksgiving Day tomorrow. We will be live from 10 to noon for the Detroit Lions Thanksgiving Day pregame show. It is going to be awesome. Myself, Spencer, Booner, and Stick, Jeff, and Maz will be at the game, actually, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'll be down there. I'm excited. I mean, there's some injuries the Lions are dealing with, which I'm a little worried about. I mean, you're missing Jonah Jackson and Jeff Okuda due to concussion protocol, which those are probably two of your most valuable players, especially Jonah on the offensive line. But we'll see. We'll see. Ford Field is going to be electric. I mean, there's no question. Lions on a 3-game winning streak. You feel the momentum. The Bills are at home, or they're on the road at home at Ford Field. So that environment's going to be intense, man. I'm excited.
I love
Lion.
it. I love it. Look, I want to talk about Thanksgiving for a little bit because the rest of the show, jam-packed. Fish, I swear to God. College football playoff reaction coming up. We got to talk Michigan, Ohio State a little bit. I want to revisit the NFL draft. I want to revisit the offseason for the Lions. I want to bring things a little bit of full circle here. Going into this game against Buffalo. Top of the hour, we'll go into Ben Johnson, the coaching staff. What's changed? Mm-hmm. We'll talk about the Bills-Lions game. We'll preview it. We'll give you our expectations, what we think will happen, should happen. We'll talk about Jared Goff at 9:30, and then we'll give our predictions, of course, for tomorrow's game at 9:40. So it's going to be a fun show.
Yep.
But for a few minutes, I want to hear you guys out. What do you guys do typically for Thanksgiving? Everybody in the chat, drop the tradition. Is it you go to a certain side of your family? Do you host the event? What do you do? And I've seen some of you say you stuff your turkeys.
Oh.
I've never
Yeah,
never heard of that before.
That's a very popular thing. They'll stuff
Yeah.
it with.
What do you stuff it with? Butter?
No.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm joking, obviously, but I'm kind of being serious. I've never heard of stuffed turkey.
I mean, there's some people that stuff it with.
With what?
Something like butter. They'll stuff it like butter, or don't they stuff it like vegetables or something?
Yeah, you can
don't
do.
know.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
up to the
Have you guys ever had
person doing
stuffed
it.
turkey? That's my question.
I have not.
just so I'm not the only one in the room.
I have not, but I do know people that stuff turkeys.
So what do you stuff it with?
Just told you what you stuff it with.
Butter? That's it? That's the only answer I get? Stuff it with stuffing. No, that's helpful. Thanks.
Do you know what
You have
stuffing
enlightened
is?
me.
Hold-
I am a smarter man today.
Stuffing?
No.
Have you heard of stuffing?
No, what is stuffing?
Wait,
That's
you're
what I'm
joking?
asking.
Wait, you're joking? Wait, no, you're joking. You never heard of stuffing? Holy hell! Do you? This man doesn't know.
You're going to question me, mister. I want to take a turkey in the back and fuck it? Mister, I want to take a turkey in the back and fuck it? You're talking to me? No, I haven't heard of stuffing. What is it? That's why I'm
Okay.
You're
asking.
obviously not a true American.
I'll bring
then.
you. How about
Everyone
this?
knows what
I'll try to
stuffing
get you
is.
some stuffing Friday. I'll try it.
I
How
don't
do you
want to
not?
try it. I want to know what it is.
It's good.
Adam, did you grow
all
up
you
here?
need to
Yes,
know.
I did.
Obviously not.
What is stuffing, you assholes? It's
do
a
you-
simple question.
How do you
None
not,
of you know?
How do you not know what stuffing is?
I don't know, and you aren't telling me.
It's
What is stuffing?
it's basically like a bunch of different things kind of
mixed together,
yes, and it's delicious.
and you literally inject it into the turkey and then cook it.
Well,
you can
no.
do that, or you can eat it on its own.
Yeah, most
You can
people eat it on their
stuffing,
own, but
yeah.
you can stuff the turkey with it too.
All right, Jesse says he already told
It's
me.
a
Let me
side
see.
dish.
Bread,
The
butter,
chat says-
bread, butter, onion, celery, bread sauce. Okay, sausages.
Yeah.
Okay. Seasoning, sausage, celery, stuffing, onions, carrots,
probably for
bread,
the
sage,
turkey.
seasonings. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
You're like
Thank you.
freaking out.
That's frustrating.
What's stuffing?
Why? I've never
And
had it.
you don't even know. This man doesn't know where North Branch is. He doesn't know.
Hey.
Owasso.
What didn't you? What else did he
Ascoda.
know? Like a week or two ago. I'm trying to remember. He brought something. He's like, "What is that?"
Probably something
Damn it,
obvious,
Adam.
like Traverse City or Belle Isle.
Well, look, at the end of the day, you guys need to understand something. I do my best to keep up with everything.
Oh,
Having said
you
that,
didn't have Detroit style pizza either, right?
yeah,
that was one
but
thing.
I ended up trying.
Tried
it.
it,
he
yeah.
did
Look,
try
I'll
it.
try stuffing. Don't get me wrong. It's never been served
Yeah.
in my house.
Okay, so what do you have at your Thanksgiving?
I mean, the full setup. Well, whatever you consider that
Well,
to be. Mashed
stuffing's-
potatoes, corn,
But stuffing's part of the full
Um,
setup, so
turkey.
obviously. Okay.
We're Middle Eastern, so we have a bunch of Middle Eastern stuff on the side as well. But you get the standard mashed potatoes, corn, gravy, turkey, the cranberry sauce, I think it is.
Yeah.
Whatever the red sauce is. Right? There's that
Yeah.
stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff. I don't know what the hell. Pie, apple pie.
Yeah.
Speaking, this is not related to things. This is related to Middle East. Did you see your Middle Eastern people going nuts yesterday out in Saudi Arabia, breaking down doors?
Don't do me a favor. Never say that again.
Okay.
They are not my people.
Well,
I
But I'm talking
disassociate
about
myself
Middle
completely
Eastern.
from those motherfuckers.
okay.
Not funny.
Well, okay, Middle Eastern. Did you see what the people in Saudi Arabia did yesterday?
Yeah, they pulled out AK-47s
They
and shot them
did.
up in the air.
They
Good
did,
for them.
and they broke down
Good
the
for
door.
them. I hope they're happy when they don't make the ground to 16 and they go home.
They got a holiday, by the way, today. It's
Yeah,
a
that's
national
great for
holiday
them.
over there. Yeah.
Great for them.
Yeah.
What do you know? Their country did something nice for once. Outside of killing people.
Well,
Must be nice.
They did. It probably is nice.
Having said that.
Do you know what sweet potatoes are?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Those are at the
Good.
table too.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Just making sure.
there's
Just
so
checking.
much stuff. I'll
Just
give you a
checking.
full list on Friday because obviously Thursday I'll
Can you take
I'll
a picture?
objectively look. I'll take pictures.
Okay.
I'll show you guys the setup.
Okay.
But yeah, do you host it? Do you go to your aunts, uncles? How does it work on your guys' family? What do you guys do?
Typically, it's all family. My mom, she always tries to invite as many people over as possible.
How
I think
do
we
you
have like
not?
23 people over, the house tomorrow. So it'll be a lot of people. I'll be at the game though. I'll show up late. I'll eat the leftovers. I'll come in there, swoop up the leftovers after
do you
Lions
not?
game. Either I'll eat my heart out in disgust if they get absolutely blown away, or you come home after a Lions win and just eat some turkey. So
Mitch says Adam has
all about
every standard dish at the table except stuffing. Yeah, sorry.
yes, I would say stuffing's a pretty standard dish. I mean,
Really?
yeah, I'm pretty popular.
Yeah, it's very standard.
It's definitely.
Well, yeah, clearly everybody's upset right now. So here we are.
I am shocked you don't know what stuffing is, but that makes me even more intrigued because we got to get you to try it.
All right.
That should
Let's
be
go
a
around
segment,
the room
a
real
segment
quick.
on the show.
Before we go to break, let's go around the room.
Okay.
Do you like turkey? Put it in the chat. Do you like turkey? Because I know a lot of people that don't. And it's kind of weird to me. And they say it tastes like dry chicken. And that is not, to me, what turkey tastes like.
What
And
kind
I'm
of turkey
sorry
is
if
it?
your turkey is dry.
Yeah, what are they?
You don't know how to cook. So
That's true too.
It's a good way to put it.
that's just kind of the truth.
You know, a lot of people light their houses on fire trying to cook the turkey. It's like they got to teach people how to cook turkeys now.
Dirty South Wolverine says we're not even talking about cornbread stuffing or oyster stuffing.
Cornbread.
Ooh.
Cornbread's on the table.
Damn, it's too early and now I'm
But
hungry.
I've never heard of cornbread stuffing.
It's pretty good. You like cornbread?
Oh, yeah.
Then you'll probably. I'm sure you'll like
Yeah, you'll
stuffing,
like
dude.
cornbread
There's not too
stuffing,
many
man.
individuals
I
that
am
don't like
like
stuffing.
very disappointed in myself that I don't know what stuffing is. This is, I think, an all-time low for me.
Oh, and you've had a bunch of all-time lows, haven't
Oh yeah,
you?
oh yeah. I've had a ton of them. Canned yams, I don't like them. Green bean casserole, I think, is disgusting. And thank God it's not on the menu for us. So I think green bean casserole is disgusting. Sorry, guys.
Ryan reaction says Adam has never been in a grocery store.
All right, moving on. Let's talk some football. The college football playoff rankings were released again. Top 4 stayed the same. I have a very, very interesting take on what the committee told everybody at home last night, and how somehow, someway they're looking and praying maybe they could get Nick Saban and Alabama in. I'll tell you why and what it'll take coming up in just a bit along with Jeff. But before we go, I got to tell you about where I got my haircut yesterday, and that was at Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Yes, I do not look like a zombie or a grizzly bear anymore, and it feels pretty damn good. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week, walk-in anytime. Their awesome stylists will take care of you like they take care of me, so get to a local Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward.
All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports.
Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
All right, Michael Phillips, let me tell you about my good friend and all of his awesome people at Keller Williams. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Michael Phillips will help you get the home of your dreams or get the best value for your home. Being in the game for over 23 years makes Michael the number one option. Call him at 313-403-0011. That's 313-403-0011. All right. Good start. Enjoying the morning. I'm sorry if I've offended you with my lack of Thanksgiving food knowledge.
How dare you?
How dare me? Having said that, cranberries. It's the favorite thing I look forward to every morning. All right. College Football Playoff Committee, Jeff, they release their latest power rankings, right? Well, I shouldn't say power rankings, but their latest top 25 rankings. And the top 4, what do you know, stayed the same again. Mm-hmm. Nothing's changed. And at the end of the day, when we talk about a team that could be in, that should be in, they should get a better look, it should be so, whatever. Look how they've positioned LSU, USC, and Bama. 5, 6, and 8. Okay? You've got teams 1 through 4 staying the same. Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, TCU.
Yep.
And what they're telling you is a one-loss Big Ten team will not go in. What they're telling you is that if TCU slips up, they will not be in. And what they're also telling you, or excuse me, Bama at 7, by the way, is that LSU, when they lose, USC will jump and Bama will jump. So God forbid, TCU does lose. Alabama is going to be in the college football playoff. Because it doesn't matter that Clemson is a one-loss team. They have Alabama ranked higher. And they don't care. And even if I agree with them, this is where I have a big problem with the committee, because sometimes it's about your record, it's about who you played, and then other times it's semantics, and it's the eye test, and it's this, and it's that. And I don't like it. And that's why I can't wait for the top 12 at least to get in moving forward, so you don't even have to have this conversation about clearly some of the 5, 6, 7, 8 best teams in the country.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to be clawing and pulling your hair out at between Kansas State, Utah, Notre Dame, North Carolina, Washington, whoever it is for 12, but I won't lose sleep over it. But Jeff, did they get it right? At least 5 through 10? Because Tennessee's still there, and they don't have Hendon Hooker. And last I checked, I'm not sure how the hell you keep them in the top 10.
Yeah, they're trending downwards. They won't be there for very long. I think two teams, like you mentioned, LSU already guaranteed a spot in the SEC championship game. They're facing Georgia. I mean, God forbid they beat Georgia. I think that pretty much seals the Alabama fate. But you're right. I mean, TCU, if they lose, USC, they're a Pac-12 champion. They're in. They face Notre Dame, which I still think they'll beat Notre Dame, but you never know. You could lose to Notre Dame as well. So
Go Irish.
Go Irish. I love you, Fish. But overall, I mean, it's tough. The real question is, if Michigan lose, they're out. But how much comes into play for conference champions? That's really my question. Right?
Well, they're telling you they don't respect the ACC champion.
Right.
They're telling you that a one-loss Pac-12 champion in USC would get in.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's what they're telling you. And they're also telling you that a one-loss Big Ten team will not get in unless TCU, LSU, USC, and Clemson somehow lose.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many teams would have to lose for this to happen? It's not going to happen. And again, I do think TCU will win out, and I think so believe they'll be in. I think they've dodged all the bullets they could. And the remaining game is against Iowa State, which is difficult. It's not an easy matchup. Iowa State are known for the upsets, but it is at home for them. And then they get the Big 12 championship game. And that's where things get interesting.
They could lose.
Because if they lose...
Yeah.
Oof. Because now they have the same record almost essentially as Michigan. They're a one-loss team. And now who do you put in? Or do you put them in over Ohio State? It gets so interesting. And I want to know from all of you at home, did Adham say the top 4 didn't change? Yeah, it didn't change. It's still the top 4. Nothing's changed at all. If USC wins out, they deserve it. Or, they deserve to get in. Yeah, you're right. And that's what the committee's doing. Remember, guys, I want you to look at the schedule. 2 of the top 5 teams will lose. I'll say it again. 2 of the top 5 teams will lose. 100%, I can guarantee it. Michigan, Ohio State play each other. Georgia, LSU play each other. There is no circumstance where if USC wins out, they aren't in. So if they go beat Notre Dame and then win the Pac-12 championship, USC will be number 2 or 3 in the country.
Yeah, they're in.
They're in.
Yep.
That's it.
Their only loss is to
because
Utah.
Michigan or Ohio State will lose, and Georgia or LSU will lose. So all these teams that are in front of them, I don't have to worry about because they are all playing each other. It's done. The interesting one to me is Bama. Alabama, let's just, for the argument's sake, Michigan lose.
Yep.
TCU lose to Iowa State. Or they lose in the Big 12 championship. And LSU lose to Georgia. And USC loses to Notre Dame. And then lose in the Pac-12 championship. Well, these are all 2-loss teams outside of TCU. You're telling me, committee, you respect Bama more than a 1-loss champion. So why wouldn't you respect them more than a 1-loss Michigan or a 1-loss TCU? That is my concern. That is what worries me. Is if things go off the rails here, which they very well could,
right,
because USC has a difficult schedule ahead of them. They've played more ranked teams than Michigan and Ohio State combined. So have TCU. So have Bama. So have LSU. So it's very interesting to see what the committee's doing here. But at the end of the day, there's no scenario. It is one Big Ten team, likely TCU, likely Georgia, and USC.
I was going to say,
USC.
USC.
That's what it's trending towards.
Mm-hmm.
Why? The Big Ten is completely out if that happens. What happens? If the winner of OSU and Michigan loses in the Big Ten championship, what happens? I think they still get in, but they'll get in at 4 instead of 2. I still think a 1-loss Ohio State or a 1-loss Michigan on an upset in a championship game likely get in. Because they ran the table all season long. And I think that counts for something.
In Ohio State, if they lose, they have a slightly better non-conference schedule than Michigan.
Yes.
So at least you have that going for them. They played Notre Dame, which Clemson lost to Notre Dame. So at least they have that going for them. But I'm with you. I think it'll be Georgia, USC, TCU, and Ohio State.
All right, we'll do a live World Cup update right now. Germany 0-0. And if all of you are not aware, I've bet on Germany to be winning at halftime. It's probably the biggest mistake I've
No,
made.
there's still 20 minutes left.
Well, it doesn't matter to me because I'm terrified right now.
Yeah, so all you need is them. They can score, and there'll be extra time because there has been over the past couple games.
Possible penalty, VAR check?
Yep, they're checking it.
A VAR check?
Yeah, they're checking it.
Fuck! It's not a penalty. Son of a bitch.
But, I mean, they could score in the 51st minute.
Why can't they call those a penalty? Why?
Why?
Just do me a favor. Understand that I've bet on this game. Somebody call the guy and say, hey, man, help Adham out. What are we doing here?
Hey, you win enough, all right?
What is going on?
I mean, maybe if you had credit in Qatar, you can go bribe
This
them.
referee is an asshole.
Let me see where the ref's from. He's probably like from
wherever he's from an asshole country. That's where he's from.
All right, let's see. This referee is from
No penalty.
looks like
What a
El
joke.
Salvador. Looks like El Salvador.
What do you know? What a surprise. What a surprise. Where's El Salvador? South America?
No, it's like Central America.
Central?
It's in between like Mexico.
In between so in between the US and South America.
Yeah.
Got you, fish. FIFA can't be bribed, Adam. Wait. Oh yeah, I know. Oh wait. Is there an opportunity here? Please God? Nope. Fuck. Nope. All right. We're going to stop watching. Moving on. Let's do the show. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, does a loss for Michigan against Ohio State take away from what they've accomplished in the last 23 months? That is my question to all of you. If Michigan loses on Saturday, does it take away from the progress the program has made in the last 23 months? We'll get to that in just a second, but before we do, Jeff, our good friends over at Cranberry Citron.
Well, Citron Cranberry is the official energy drink of the Red Wings. Citron has combined all three of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. You can try Citron's great tasting cranberry, classic, and sugar-free all-in-one pack. Pre-order your Citron 6-pack sampler box today at citronworld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Citron.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Market, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
So close! Ryan! I'm so proud of you, buddy. Look at you, you fat ass. Gosh. Look at it. All this weight.
He's big boned.
I'm big boned.
He was.
Is that what you call a whale?
He was big boned.
No, he isn't though. Have you guys checked out Ryan? Honest to God, I'm not joking here. He has lost so much weight. I'm so happy for him. The program he's doing with Dr. Jason and everybody over at Custom Health. Super happy for him. Super proud. But Germany almost scored 3 times while we were in break, and I am like losing my patience.
What's your bet again?
He just put a new one, too.
Wait. I bet $115 that Germany would be up at halftime.
Okay.
And then I got pissed after they missed the shot on goal. And I bet $600 on Germany to win outright.
What's Paul? You want to comment?
So.
I have no comment.
And if Germany going at halftime 0-0 still, I'm probably going to bet another $600.
Jesus.
I'm very upset right now.
And you still have that anytime goal score, right?
I do, but that's irrelevant right now.
Oh, okay.
That is I'm very upset right now. All right, having said that, I'm trying not to pay attention to my demise.
You do realize there's still time.
You know what? Did somebody talk to you? No, I didn't think so.
Well, you just did right now.
Well, I didn't. 15 minutes left. Adam, you should hang out with Fish one day and watch a soccer game at his house if he would invite me.
You're always busy working.
You've never invited me. You can't use that excuse until you've invited me and I say, hey, Fish, I can't because I'm working.
Okay. Well, I ask you what you're doing every Friday, and you... Well, you do tell that to me, too, but you just say that you're working here. You say you're here till, like, 2 a.m. And I'm like, oh, that seems sad. And he's like, Fish, it's called work. I'm like, okay.
Fair enough. Fish's mom wouldn't let Adam in. Probably not. Penalty! Let's go! Woo! Suck my dick, Japan! You kamikaze motherfuckers! Suck my dick, America, baby!
No, okay.
Pearl Harbor these nuts!
No.
You lost the war, now you're losing to the World Cup, bitch!
You better hope they don't miss it, because Poland missed theirs yesterday against Mexico.
Look at this dumbass goalie.
So,
look at a clear penalty. Clear penalty. Suck my balls, Japan. Lick them. Lick them.
Jesus.
Oh yes.
They haven't even scored yet. They haven't scored yet. Yeah. They haven't even
If you guys ever want to know what I look like on Sundays when I'm betting NFL games, like high risk, this is what I look like. By the way, excuse me for one moment while we, before we get to the Ohio State-Michigan game.
Oh God!
This El Salvador stupid ass referee is sitting there acting like he's not going to call this. I am going to kick my feet up at the moment.
Yeah, they're reviewing it right now,
and I am going to watch this beautiful goal go in. Let's see who's taking the kick, right? Because Fish, I told you 2 people would score, right? Gnabry and Kimmich.
Okay.
So let's see who's taking the penalty. All right, this is very important because we can win 2 bets at once here.
I don't know if any of them are even going to take it.
All right, just you shut the hell up, Fish. I'm not talking to you. All right, I don't need your negative energy right now. All right, let's see if they're going to score this goal. I'm feeling good about it. It's 8:32 in the morning.
It is.
Yes, we're betting on soccer this morning. Yes, we have taken a momentary pause. End the show. To watch a soccer game. Yes, I can't believe I'd ever say this in my life.
It's World
but you
Cup.
know what?
How do you not
There's a lot of money on it right now. We have over $700 invested in this game. On this damn country in Germany. Yeah, baby! Suck my balls, Japan. 1-0 Germany. 1-0 Germany. Japan, you lost the war. And now you're losing in the World Cup. How does it feel?
This man told Japan to suck his balls.
Suck it!
At 8:30 in the morning.
Samurais and kamikaze, they're all the same to me.
And that's only the first one. They'll probably score 2 or 3 now.
It is too early.
They just needed the first.
Oh, look at that. Look at this. Oh.
Looking at you, Bats.
Oh my God. Oh, I feel great.
Hey, this needs to go to the Clippers. They got to clip the whole thing.
Oh, God.
Turn into some gifts, too.
Oh, God.
How do you know?
I feel great.
Hey, Kevin Donaldson in the chat says, hip thrust for the goldfish?
Fish, we just want to bet. I think you owe everybody in the chat a hip thrust.
Oh, my God. You guys, I hate you.
It's all right. Just do it. Come on. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Fish.
Yeah, Fish.
I can't believe I would ever sit up here during a show and talk about soccer.
World Cup, how do you not? You have to.
2 pumps.
I guess that's the effect, and I'm actually betting on it. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Great job. You know what, El Salvador? You know what? I pledge my allegiance to that country. Great referee. For him to call that penalty, unbelievable. What a professional. What a professional. Oh, God.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, God.
I cannot believe you.
All right. Let's get back to some football talk.
I mean, we were talking football.
Yeah, your version of football. If Adam can explain offsides, if Adam can explain offsides in soccer without any help, I'll buy everybody a part of the morning show Starbucks. All right, bitch. Just so you know, my friend, I played soccer growing up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
so you know,
you're a professional.
fans
So
know
you're a
what it
professional.
is.
You walked right into the trap.
Yeah.
Number one,
trap.
offsides, by the way, if you guys ever want to, like, easy definition, go look at hockey, right? The puck has to clear for your teammates to move forward, right? It is very similar, kind of in the opposite direction, though. You can't be past the furthest defender in soccer and get the ball. That's all it means.
And the goalie
so
doesn't
if,
count.
let's say this is a line of defenders, and you are somewhat past them right here. You are offside. You have to be on them or before them to receive a pass. And it is the moment that the player passes you the ball, not when it gets to you, but when the moment they kick it towards you, are you onside or offside? So, Fish, I don't know how you like your coffee, but this should be fun.
We got some...
and they got the whole 3D technology now. They got the whole animated thing, which I actually like. I know you hate it, but... I mean, they're trying to make offsides faster instead of having to look at it and check it.
I don't like too much technology. Is too
So
much.
we have some breaking news here.
Oh,
all right,
boy.
go for it.
Aiden Hutchinson was just named NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
Player of the week, not
NFC
rookie.
Defensive Player. That is
not rookie.
That is 2 Lions rookies this season that have won NFC Defensive Player of the Year. Kirby Joseph being the first, and now Aiden Hutchinson. So it's huge. It's huge.
Oh God, you know what isn't huge?
Oh,
Japan's about to score.
Oh my God, don't.
Oh dear God.
I thought you were about to say.
Thank God. All right, moving on. We'll talk about Hutchinson a little bit because I want to wrap up Michigan, Ohio State because really the rest of the day is going to be Lions, draft talk, and Jared Goff and Aiden Hutchinson, okay? So here's where we're at. If Michigan loses to Ohio State, and everybody that's a Michigan fan in the Woodward Sports chat, hear me out. I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you. If you lose to if you lose to Ohio State, and let's say you lose by 10, 15. Forget the score. Let's say you just lose. Michigan fans, do you believe it takes away from what you've accomplished the last year and a half, 2 years under Jim Harbaugh and where your program is going? That's my question. Mm-hmm. Now, you want my answer? I'll happily give it. But the phone lines are open. 313-552-6322. Michigan fans, call in. If you lose to Ohio State, and I'm not saying you will, but if you do, does it take away from what you've accomplished the last 2 seasons? And I'm going to give you my spin on it, Jeff. And I want to hear yours.
Okay.
I don't think it does. This is the ultimate rivalry. In my opinion, the best rivalry in sports. If anything, neither team should ever yield home field advantage. Every year, one of the other teams should win. It should be 50-50. Now, Ohio State has dominated.
Yeah, it has.
For over a decade. But when the teams are at this level, I want more of this. I want more of undefeated going into the last game. I want that undefeated matchup. I'm all for it. I don't think it diminishes their progress.
No,
because you won the Big Ten last year. Yep. You ran the table up until Ohio State. You're going to play in the Rose Bowl.
Well, they lost to Michigan State.
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good about where Michigan are going. And yes, they need to figure out their offense. Yes, they need to figure out how they're going to groom a quarterback like a Caleb Williams, a C.J. Stroud, a Bryce Young, a Drake May. Yeah, they're going to have to figure that out eventually. But in the now moment, do you really believe progress is over with, or it's not enough, or it's disappointing? Is it going to hurt? It's going to suck if you lose. Yeah, no doubt. But does that take away a Big Ten championship?
No.
Undefeated against Penn State in that span, 1-1 against Michigan State, finally beating Mel Tucker.
Yeah.
1-1 against Ohio State, 2-0 against Iowa, basically undefeated against the rest of the Big Ten. I mean, come on.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't diminish it at all. I think it would be a wake-up call because, as we know, and this isn't to anyone's surprise, Michigan, in terms of recruiting at the skill position, it's nothing like Ohio State. I mean, they haven't had a first-rounder drafted, a skill position drafted since Braylon Edwards. So, again, that's something we know That's really the main difference between Michigan and Ohio State. But the rest is what it is. You beat Ohio State last year. You won the Big Ten title. It doesn't take anything away. If anything, it'll show you what you need to bring next year, what you need to work on, how you need to recruit to get to Ohio State's level, and whether they change, because it is the Michigan way, right? This is how they've always been with Jim Harbaugh running the football, whether it's JJ or Cade McNamara. It's pretty much a similar offense. JJ can just do a little more, especially with his legs. But it doesn't take anything away. I'm not going to sit here and say if you lose to Ohio State at Columbus, something that you haven't done, haven't won in over, 20 years, it doesn't diminish it. I mean, you look at the head-to-head matchups over the last decade, 90% of it's Ohio State. So, again, no, I don't think it diminishes it, but it should be a wake-up call to Michigan moving forward and how you need to recruit to get to Ohio State's level eventually.
I feel we always have that conversation. It's like what Michigan needs to do to catch up, but that doesn't make it any less relevant, does it? It doesn't, because they have to.
Yeah, that is what it is.
If Nick Saban is struggling this year, I wonder why. Oh, wait, he doesn't have wide receivers that are ballers. What do you know? Their passing game is taking a step back. What do you know? Bryce Young is excellent, but they don't have Jameson Williams. They don't have some of these guys they've had over the last few years. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle. They're not there. What does Michigan need? Why is Ohio State so good? Why are they winning games even when they don't play well? Marvin Harrison Jr., Ibuka, Smith and Jimba. Come on.
Especially when Michigan understands that, on their schedule every single year, it is essentially a 1 or 2 game schedule. I mean, you got to take care of Michigan State, which they haven't done. They did it this year, but the last 2 years. And then you got to take care of Ohio State. And if you want to beat Ohio State, you got to at least get to their level in terms of what they have on the outside in their wide receivers. And I know Michigan, that's not Michigan's MO. And they've had some pretty good wide receivers come out. I mean, Nico Collins, I believe he was a second or third round pick. You had Donovan Peoples-Jones. But I'm talking one of those big guys. And again, it's hard to attract Marvin Harrison Jr. when your offense is what it is. I mean, if you're a wide receiver, you'd much rather go to Ohio State, play in that offense. But it is what it is. Michigan going forward, they know what they have to do. If you want to be able to catch up to Ohio State, just because you beat them last year doesn't mean going forward they're the ones to beat. I think Ohio State at this point, no matter how inconsistent they are, it's still Ohio State. And they could still score at will. So
all right,
it's a challenge.
Here's what we're going to do. On the news that Aiden Hutchinson has officially been named the Defensive Player of the Week in the NFC.
Big time.
I was told he was a bust, by the way.
You were told?
I was told that the Lions should have taken George Karlaftis later in the round. They should have taken Malik Willis at number 2 or Kyle Hamilton because it was such a deep edge class. And that Aiden Hutchinson wouldn't have been worth it at 2. That's what I was told. Having said that, I want to revisit the 2022 NFL Draft. I want to talk about Aiden Hutchinson being named the Defensive Player of the Week with Jeff. And then, top of the hour, Ben Johnson. We haven't had a conversation about him in a long time, Jeff. I want to do that as well. But before we do, the best defense on and off the field.
Well, I'll tell you a good defense, and that is guarding alarm because, guys, let them protect you while you're inside. If you call 1-800-STAY-OUT right now, you can rest easy knowing you have 24/7 constant protection. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Let them know your friends at Woodward Sports sent you.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. Baby, talking to one another.
Sports.
Check out Moneyball Sportswear because it is your one-stop shop. Whether you want the latest look in athletic apparel or you need new uniforms for your team, Moneyball has it all. Stop in Moneyball showroom in Southfield and experience the only way to ball, or visit moneyballsportswear.com. You can join Woodward Sports Network's own Braylon Edwards on Black Friday, which is 2 days from now, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., and you can win some Moneyball swag. Moneyball, the only way to ball. All right. Wow, wait, cranberry. Let's go, baby.
Oh, yes. Oh, we are 2 for 2 on the day so far in betting. We'll see how much added time they give in this Germany game, but I am feeling great.
So you're telling me you didn't do the Croatia-Morocco game this morning?
I did not. It was, dude, it's 5 in the morning. Like,
so?
I wake up at 6.
It's World Cup. Only comes every 4 years.
I don't care.
And it's in America on 26, so you're not going to be able to wake up at 4 a.m.
I can't wait till it's in America.
Okay.
The World Cup in America is going to be litty titty. And I'll tell you why.
That's a fact.
Because around that time, that'll be the summer before the Lions are probably winning the NFC North.
That'll be pretty cool.
Because by 2026, I mean, you'd imagine this roster is going to be up there.
Yeah, you'd hope.
You're going to have all your players in their prime. You're talking 40 years from now. I mean, you're talking Hutchinson, Sewell, St. Brown, Jameson. I like it. That's
Don't
not
forget about
including all
Jared.
4 years of moves and quarterbacks and free agents and draft picks that you're going to get.
Don't forget about Jared Goff.
Oh, boy.
What did I ever do to you?
I'm joking.
Do we not have a good relationship?
We do.
Look, I give you crap about you wanting to put your dick in a turkey, all right? Look, that's not my... I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry. I don't deserve that.
Hey, and Wyatt, I was going to bring this up too. Detroit hosting the Final Four in 2027 as well. Posted that on Woodward Sports Twitter, so go check that out.
Hey, and all the people on Twitter that said, "Why is Detroit hosting?" We're hosting the draft.
Yeah, 2024.
What else are we hosting?
Final Four.
Well, that, but
yeah.
I was thinking there's other stuff we're hosting.
I don't know.
We have a great city, a lot of restaurants. We have several casinos. All 4 sports teams, by the way, are in downtown, which is a rarity. So whoever said, "Why Detroit" on Twitter, you can suck my balls.
Tell them, Fish.
All right, we are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Jeff, I want to revisit the 2022 NFL Draft. The Lions had pick number 2 and number 32, and before the draft, the conversation would be, hey, you know what? Who are you taking at 2? Is it likely the edge rusher? We talked about drafting the cocaine. It was edge all day. You didn't care who.
Nope.
And then suddenly, somehow, someway, Aiden Hutchinson wasn't selected number 1 overall. It was Trayvon Walker. He fell right into your lap. You took him. You trade up 20 spots for essentially a 3rd-round pick. And you get Jameson Williams, who going into that draft was the best receiver. Had he not torn his ACL, which is a factor, he would have been the first receiver off the board, not Garrett Wilson. Having said that.
Where's Drake London?
Oh, Drake London, excuse me. Having said that, it is official. The Lions' current draft, A+.
Oh, yeah.
And we gave it an A+ right after, and everyone's like, you can't give it an A+. You haven't even seen them play. Well, you're just speculating. It's not fair. How do you know? How do you know? Defensive Player of the Week this week. He's had 2 interceptions in his last 3 games. He leads all rookies in sacks. He's up there in terms of interceptions. He's the best defensive rookie this year outside of Sauce Gardner. And you can now make the case for him. Guys, the evidence is in front of you. You can disagree with a lot of what Brad Holmes has done. That's fine. That's your right. He's nailed these draft picks. He hasn't missed in the first round yet. And you get Jameson Williams back now in 2 weeks, hopefully. Not this Sunday, but the following against Jacksonville. Watch out. Watch out. Because if he takes it by storm and he has a 4-game stretch where he has 30 receptions or 28 receptions for 350, 400 yards, oh my goodness. Kool-Aid? You think people are going to be drinking Kool-Aid? They're going to be coming to the studio and doing cocaine with me.
Okay, well.
I'm just saying. We talk about the 4 most important positions in... Oh, wait. Goal Germany. Suck my dick. Suck it. Japan, suck it. Suck it, you kamikaze motherfuckers.
Okay, all right.
Suck my dick. All of you.
Don't
do the Japanese.
I'm sorry,
come
Fox
here.
2.
Right here.
I'm sorry.
Daddy. You come sit on my lap or suck it. One of the two.
They don't want to do that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. 2-0. The bets have officially hit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. Call my wife. Tell her we just made an easy $1,700 in less than 45 minutes.
You sure?
Unless they call this offsides, we'll see.
You sure? Is she home right now?
They might call it offside. I take back everything I said about you, Japan. Anyways, moving on. I'm probably getting a bit excessive in my celebration, but beyond the point. Let's go back.
No.
Let's go back.
Never.
God dang it, he's offside. All right.
Never.
It's okay. Come on, El Salvador. You can cheat and just
El
rule
Salvador.
it. That's what I call the referee.
Well, yeah, he's from El Salvador.
Anyways, having said that, Hutch and JMO were the first-round picks. You're going to get to see JMO these next few weeks.
Yep.
That is very exciting. We know what he can bring to the table. We've discussed it before. But looking back at this draft, Jeff, could it have gone any better? Because I was told Malik Willis and Kyle Hamilton should be picks 1 and 2. Right? They should have taken second overall, Kyle Hamilton, because he's the next Ed Reed. We should have taken Malik Willis because, boy, he's the best quarterback prospect in the whole NFL draft. Third-round pick. Bust. Can't even get a handoff to Derrick Henry. Fucking loser. Kyle Hamilton, Mr. Ed Reed.
He's a project.
I don't know. Kirby Joseph right now looks more like Ed Reed than Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
Because last I checked, he's the one ball hawking and getting 3 interceptions.
And he's got 2 forced
And last
fumbles.
I checked, Kyle Hamilton plays in a secondary that is loaded. And he is in there situationally in Baltimore. He's not their number one de facto guy.
Yeah, Kirby's playing a lot of snaps.
So
he's out there a lot.
Last I checked.
Could
be wrong.
One thing I always love that Sean Payton always says is when you're looking at your roster and you're evaluating your roster, when you look at guys like Aiden, Kirby, and even Jameson when he comes back, you ask yourselves, or Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes asks themselves, is this player going to be a part of this team and we're winning a Super Bowl? That's the question you always ask when you're looking at these young players. And seeing Aiden, seeing Kirby, what you expect out of Jameson, those are guys, in my opinion, that are going to be here when the Lions are at least trying to get to a Super Bowl. I'm not going to sit here and say they will, but you get the point. You look at these guys, are they a part of your future? And to have Aiden, Kirby, even Josh Pascal, he's still a serviceable starter, a guy that can play a ton of snaps for you. I know he hasn't been healthy, but when he's played, you've seen the impact he has, drawing double teams. So Aleem McNeil, another one you took in the previous draft. So there's a lot to look forward to with Brett Holmes and the selections he's had. He's gotten a handful of guys that are going to be here for the future. And this has always been the biggest difference with the Lions compared to past GMs. And this is why people call Brad, the best general manager, even though he hasn't really went through a free agency class yet and spent significant money. The reason for that, and you look around the NFL, good organizations draft well. The fact that the NFL allows you to turn around your team so quickly, it really starts in the draft because you can draft young players that can make an impact right away. And to have Bob Quinn, it's night and day from Brad Holmes. And Bob Quinn actually found some good players, but he found a lot of buzz. And that's the difference with Brad Holmes. It seems like he's making the most out of his picks early. Like you said earlier, Aiden Hutchinson, Jameson Williams, Kirby in the 3rd round, which is funny because the Colts took Nick Cross right before Kirby. So the fact that he fell and they were able to get him. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brad wanted him so bad, wanted to trade up for him. He fell right into his lap. Like, good general managers get talent. And if you have good coaching, they maximize that talent. And to give credit to Dan Campbell and the rest of the coaching staff, AG, Ben Johnson, even Hank Fraley, those guys are getting the most. Deuce Staley's another one, getting the most out of what you have. So, again, credit to those guys. And the biggest difference is having a good general manager, someone who can identify talent. And I think these guys in this draft class, in last draft class, Penei Sewell, Aleem McNeil, these guys are going to be here for the future, long term, when you're getting into the playoffs. So, Brad Holmes did his job.
Brad Holmes has done his job. He's acquired the talent, and now you're seeing the talent step up and play in a way that is inspiring. It is inspiring to see the way Kirby Joseph has played. It is inspiring to see the way Aiden Hutchinson has played. Malcolm Rodriguez has played.
Yep.
Aleem McNeil has played. Derek Barnes at times has played. Amon-Ra St. Brown has played. Penei Sewell have played. You're winning these drafts. And guys, look, I know you think it's funny and I love to come up here every morning and I'm here to tell you the truth about what I believe to be not only the truth, but my opinion on your sports teams in Detroit. That is my job. And also, I do enjoy making the guys laugh and having a good time, and us really kind of developing that chemistry, whatever you want to call it. But I know you laughed about the cocaine stuff, and it was funny, and it was cool, and oh my God, it's funny. I was being serious, though. What are the 4 most important positions in football, Jeff?
Quarterback?
Left tackle?
Well, yeah, left tackle, quarterback,
wide receiver,
edge rusher,
pass rusher.
Yep.
Can you remind me what 3 of his 4 first-round picks have been? Or, excuse me, what all 3 of his picks have been? Left tackle?
Yeah, Penei Sewell.
Wide receiver. Pass rusher. What do you know?
And he's doubled down on those pass rushers, too.
This guy is not fucking around. And all my optimism for all of you before the season, before they ever started 1-6, was because of those moves. Because it was the blueprint that's working in the NFL. And yes, you wouldn't have Jameson for a majority of the year, but the intention, the quality, the prospect, it's there. It makes sense. And you walked out of that draft potentially with the best offensive and defensive player going into it.
And what frustrates me? People say, well, Penei fell right into his lap. Aiden fell right into his lap.
I've seen Aaron Donald fall into the Lions' lap, and they took Eric goddamn Ebron.
Thank you. Just because they fall into your lap, you still got to get the pick right. That's why I give Troy Weaver the credit.
I've seen Justin Herbert
for getting Cade and Jay Knight.
I've seen Justin Herbert fall into the lap of Detroit, Miami, the Jets.
Yep.
Nobody took him. I seen Jamar Chase fall into the lap of Atlanta.
I've seen Patrick Mahomes fall in the lap of Chicago.
And they took Kyle Pitts at number 3 overall.
Yeah.
And then it was Chase who went 4. Who looks dumb now?
So just because they fall into your lap, you still got to get that decision correct. And Brad has done that. So, again, you give credit where it's due. Just because Aiden fell into his lap doesn't mean he could have taken Kayvon Thibodeau.
I've seen GMs make the wrong decision year after year after year after year. Vikings had Jefferson fall into their lap. Absolutely, Rob. That is a great point.
So we're just not going to give the Vikings...
Adrian Peterson fell to 7.
We're just not going to give the Vikings credit for drafting Justin Jefferson?
No, that's his point.
No, I know.
But
I get where you're... You give them credit. Yeah.
Because your job is to make the right pick.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the Eagles... Jefferson fell right into their lap, and they took Jalen Reagor.
How do you fast track your team's success? You hit the first round picks.
Right.
How do you build a contender right away? You hit on rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever it is. Brad Holmes is doing it. Chase went 5, Pitts went 4. Thank you for correcting me on that one, because the quarterbacks went 1, 2, and 3, and then it was Pitts 4, Chase 5, Waddle 6. Thank you so much, Richard. Appreciate it. But yes, that's the point. That is the point this morning. And I hope you all understand now. We can all get on the same page. Once Jameson Williams comes back, tell me more about how talentless this roster is and how injured they are. Because everybody in the league is dealing with injuries. The Titans have way more injuries to their significant players than you do. So I don't want to hear the excuses. And yes, I was a complete ass when they were 1-6. Too bad. Don't be 1-6. In a year where we expect you to win 7, 8, dare I say 9 games. With that schedule you had early. You don't get to tell me, well, if they're not experienced, then they need time. Shut the fuck up.
Seattle's rookies didn't need time.
They don't need time.
Yeah.
You coach them correctly and they deliver. And that's what they've been doing now these last 3 weeks. And that's why they get all the credit in the world for the turnaround. And no, the turnaround isn't complete. But they're so much further along now than they were 3 weeks ago, and they deserve a ton of credit for that. They really do. But I don't want to hear, when they were 1-6, you were mean. Oh, my God. Shut up. Don't start 1-6 with a team that everybody knows is better than their record.
Right.
Cut the crap.
Not world beaters, but they're better than their record.
They're much better than their record was at the time. They were way better than 1-6.
They were, yeah.
And they were losing because of poor coaching decisions and untimely plays. That's why.
Yep.
Oh, you blame Dan for everything. Like he gets criticized, he's going to get all the praise now after these 3 weeks.
Goes both ways.
It works both ways. That's why he's the first guy outside of the owner to lift the Lombardi at the end of the year. Having said that, let's take a break. When we get back, top of the hour, let's talk some Ben Johnson. His growth since Dallas.
Ooh,
I want to have that conversation with you.
Let's talk about it.
Whew. Top of the hour coming up in just a minute, but before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Big Boy.
Well, guys, satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy for Big Boy's Thanksgiving promo. You can visit bigboy.com for full details in participating locations.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog.
Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win.
Woodward Sports,
Detroit's winning sports network.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find all the cleanest salons in the D with spotless, sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. You can join the Pepper Club for all the best deals. They'll beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your Vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations and more on the way.
Chili Peppers Tan?
Oh, yeah! Top of the hour. Live woodwardsports.com. I love it. I love it, Jeff. We did a lot of Ben Johnson before the season, our expectations, how good we thought he would be. Since the 24-6 embarrassment, 5 turnovers, 8 penalties against Dallas, the Lions, Jeff, the Lions have been one of the better offenses in the league. And to their credit, you look at their last 4 games, hell, let's go all the way back to Dallas. After the 24-6 loss, they've put up 27, 15, 31, and 31. 15, they got the job done in the red zone when they needed it against Green Bay, which was a difficult game. They executed against Chicago, and they executed against New York. This is a team that's 8th in the NFL right now, most points scored per game. 8th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, last I checked, Ben Johnson's checked the box all year long. There have been some duds. The shutout against New England, the 6 points against Dallas. There have been some duds. And there are quarters. That happens with every team,
right.
Number one. And number two, if I told you before the year the Lions would score the 8th most points, what would you have told me? Oh, they're going to have a winning record. Oh, well, if their offense is that good, we might make the playoffs.
And that's with the shutout. That's with scoring 0.
And 6. The following week.
Yeah.
Think about that.
So they could be higher, if they put up a little more points.
When they're right, on a bad day, they should be able to put up 24, 27 points.
Yeah.
That is how, not talented, but it is how, I do want to say the word talented, but not in the terms of a McCaffrey, a Kittle, a Debo. They're talented at the line of scrimmage. They're very dominant and forceful at the line of scrimmage. And it allows them to do so many things that they may not jump off the screen to you, but they are effective, damn it. And Jeff, to me, Ben Johnson has been everything and more that we discussed. Not only when we wanted him hired over a year and a half ago, but when he got hired up and through all the offseason talking about Ben Johnson.
Yep.
He's delivered. You are 11 weeks into the NFL season. You're going into week 12. You're 8th in most points scored per game. And you're probably going to drop 24 to 27 on Buffalo if I were to bet on it.
Yeah.
Not bad if you ask
If I were to bet on it. You know you're betting on it.
Of course, I always bet on everything, Fish.
How do you not see?
But one of the more impressive things, too, is Jared Goff has been up and down this year. He's inconsistent, but that's who we know Jared Goff is. He's going to have some duds. He's going to have some great performances, and Ben Johnson's doing this, having as good of an offense as he has with Jared Goff. So I think that's personally even more of a compliment. And the opponents he's doing this against, we talk about the Lions' first couple games of the season and the teams they've played. You put up 35 against Philly on the opener. You put up 24 against Minnesota in a game that you probably should have won. Seattle, which, again, early in the year wasn't great defensively, but they do have some talent on defense. You still put up 45, and that's with guys out of the lineup. So Ben Johnson, what he's done this year with really DeAndre banged up, barely really being a factor, and then you have Josh Reynolds in and out, DJ Chark on IR, in and out. Amon-Ra missed a game. He's been in and out, but majority of the games he's played. TJ Hawkinson has been gone the last 3 games, but even beforehand wasn't really much of a factor besides Seattle. What Ben Johnson has to work with, most of the credit, to be honest with you, is on Jared Goff. He deserves some of that credit as well, but that offensive line, I mean, there's no question. The amount of games they've had this season with over 100 yards rushing, the only game they didn't achieve that was Miami. They had 82 yards rushing. The other game would be Chicago. They had 95, but the other games they've been well over 100. So, again, super impressive. And the fact of the matter is, just imagine when more and more talent is coming, right? You're not playing Tom Kennedy. You're not playing Khalif Raymond. You have better tight ends, or at least a better tight end than Brock Wright or James Mitchell. Maybe those guys can develop into that tight end. I don't know. But at this point, with what they're doing with Jared Goff and those weapons, besides really just Amon-Ra, it's impressive. I mean, it really is. I think Ben deserves a ton of credit. Obviously, Deuce helps out with the run game. The run game's been consistent. Hank Fraley with those big fellows up front. Not having Vaitai for the year. Evan Brown's played guard. I mean, you've had Skipper play guard. Jonah Jackson was out at the beginning of the season. So I think with the injuries the Lions have suffered, the offense has been really the bright spot of this team, and they've done everything in their power early on to try and win these games. Just defensively, they were just so far behind. So Ben Johnson deserves a lot of this credit, man. I mean, imagine if he had one of those better quarterbacks. Let's say you draft a guy who can be in that, Mahomes, maybe not Mahomes because he's an anomaly, but, Burrow, Herbert, dare I say Josh Allen, one of these better quarterbacks in the league. Imagine if Ben Johnson had one of those.
No, it's funny you say that.
That's the difference. So the fact that he's doing it with Jared Goff and all these weapons that are banged up in and out the lineup, it's impressive to me, Adam. It really is.
I love that you, and I don't mean this in a mean way. I love how you say anomaly. But yet somehow, some way, on average, one and a half of those quarterbacks come out pretty much almost every other year.
But no one's beaten Mahomes. I mean, that's...
Well, I understand, but your Josh Allen's, that was the number 7 pick.
Yeah, no, you're
Herbert,
right.
7.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Tua, 5.
Even Mahomes.
Mahomes, 10.
Yeah.
Watson, 12.
You could find those guys.
Lamar, 32. They're there.
Mm-hmm.
It is the organization's responsibility to set them up for success. Being a successful quarterback, 70% of it is where you go. Because if you don't have a staff that is 1, good, 2, believes in you, and 3, puts things around you for you to have success early on,
right,
you will suck and you will lose all your confidence and you will not be a good quarterback in the NFL.
What do we always say? Coaching matters. Look at Jared Goff in LA. Look at the night and day difference. When you have good coaching, he didn't have a losing season with Sean McVay.
He was 0-7 with Jeff Fisher with the same roster.
As much as everybody wants to crap on Jared, that's fine. But the fact of the matter is, good coaching, it can help your quarterback. And I think Ben Johnson's doing a fantastic job this year and last year at the end of last season, dialing up those pass plays with Jared Goff. The rapport those two have, the relationship, it's incredible. It really is.
I love this comment. Joe Burrow has a lesser passer rating, or a lower passer rating than Jared Goff. Yeah, I wonder why. He threw 4 interceptions in his first game of the year.
Yeah.
And he spent the last 5 weeks without Jamar Chase, and he's thrown, 3, 6, 10, 13 touchdowns and 3 interceptions without Jamar Chase.
I was going to say, let's be honest here, too. Like, Joe Burrow,
he's carrying an offense that lost Joe Mixon.
He's taking more risks. Like, Jared's not really... he doesn't have...
We shun quarterbacks for throwing interceptions. You know how many interceptions Josh Allen has this year? I don't see anybody saying he's a trash quarterback.
Yeah, talk about...
You are going to throw interceptions in this league.
Right.
Welcome to the NFL, especially when you have a quarterback that's going to drop back 30, 35, 40 times a game. You're going to throw interceptions. There are the Mahomes, the Rodgers, the guys that throw 6, 7, 8 interceptions a year. They're the anomaly. But on a good year, you expect your quarterback to throw 9 to 12 interceptions.
Right.
That's just the reality. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't.
And you know what? I want to... actually, I'll save this because I have some stats to bring up. We're going to talk about Jared later in the show. I'm going to save it for that.
Okay.
Because I do have some... Because for all the people that say Jared can't throw a deep ball and not consistently, I understand that, but I got some proof here. And
Can I defend those people, or should we do it at 9:30? Because I have a defense for those people.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that at 9:30.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue he's one of the better deep balls in the league, throwers in the league, but... I'll tell you the stats.
I have a logical answer.
Okay.
I think you will accept it.
And this is my argument.
Have to agree.
This is my argument for Jameson when he comes back too.
Fair enough.
For the fit between those two guys.
Fair enough. Well, look, let's talk about the Buffalo-Detroit game coming up in just a bit. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Swiss Insurance.
Well, guys, with the holiday season here, Swiss Insurance wants to remind you to insure those gifts of jewelry or collectibles. In the last 2 weeks, Swiss has saved its clients on an average of 26% on their insurance premiums while increasing coverage. That's a lot of money to free up for the giving season. Happy Thanksgiving from Swiss Insurance, and don't forget, go blue.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Feldman, the #1 name for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, is getting bigger and better. This Black Friday weekend, come celebrate the grand opening of the new freestanding Feldman Jeep store. Enjoy free food, live radio remotes from Woodward Sports, and even an autograph signing by former Detroit Red Wing Darren McCarty. Plus, receive a free $100 gas card with a purchase of a new vehicle. Come Jeep out this Friday and Saturday at the new Feldman Jeep at 8731 Dixie Highway in Clarkston.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
All right. All winter long, the Decked Out Detroit is back, and the return of the Cadillac Lodge with the Monroe Street Midway. And I am very excited. The Midway has a giant slide, winter bumper cars, and an indoor arcade, along with foods and drinks you can get before or after your event. Shop, eat, and play downtown all winter long with Decked Out Detroit. Visit them at deckedoutdetroit.com.
I would pick Alphonso Davies to score if you're going to pick a goal scorer.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling myself today. 2-0 on betting so far today. Feeling great.
Did you bet more at halftime, by the way?
No, I didn't.
Oh, wow.
No,
kind of
not
shocking.
Staying disciplined.
I'm going to be disciplined. I'm saving my money for the 2 o'clock game.
Oh, God. Aren't you using it on Spain, too?
Thinking about it. Spain's a tough game to call.
They're playing Costa Rica.
Yeah, but they're like minus 700 favorites.
Well, I know. That's why you put Spain on.
There's no money to be made there.
Well, that's why you put Spain on the money line. You pick some goal scorers.
You know how hard that is?
Yeah.
You know the likelihood of that happening?
Yeah.
0. So I'm not going to waste my money.
But you make it happen every weekend with your parlays.
NFL is different. It's much more predictable.
Okay.
Soccer, not so much.
Okay.
The goalie could score for all I know. Having said that,
I mean, that's very rare, but...
We're back here on the Morning Woodward Show, live, woodwardsports.com. Jeff, Bills, Lions.
What a game.
I want to hear your expectations for tomorrow. What do you want to see from this football team against, let's call it what it is, one of the 4 or 5 best teams in football?
I just want to see them be competitive. I'm not going to...
And define that, please.
Keeping it close, right? Not letting this get out of hand very early, because the Lions have showed over the last couple weeks they've stayed in it till the fourth quarter, and that's what I want to see. I don't want this game to be over by halftime. Although it's tough, you don't have Jeff Okudah to be able to provide at least some coverage on Stephon Diggs. And on top of that, you don't have Jonah Jackson. So with this pass rush the Bills have, it's going to be a challenge. I mean, you're going to have to get the ball out quick. You're going to have to establish the run. Really keep Josh Allen on the sideline. You really are. That was the key. I kind of used the example yesterday talking about what the Commanders did to the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not even like they had these big runs. They were just slowly chopping away at them for these 3-yard carries. And you saw the time of possession at the end of the game. So if the Lions can, own or dominate the time of possession and keep Josh Allen off the field, and when their offense is on the field, at least trying to capitalize on these turnovers, because Josh Allen, like a lot of good quarterbacks, are going to try some throws that probably aren't going to go their way. They think they can make, and usually Josh does make those. But if Kirby Joseph's out there, you're going to need to capitalize on some of those opportunities. And if they can do that, which they've been opportunistic over the last couple of weeks, 7 takeaways in this 3-game winning streak, you got to be opportunistic against the Bills. Now, it's harder said than done, or it's harder done than being said, but I got confidence the Lions can keep this close. I believe the Bills are minus, 9.5 right now?
7.5.
Oh, it moved down.
I believe so.
Okay. Hey, it was at 9.5.
I believe they were a touchdown favorite. I could be totally wrong, so give me 1 second. I will tell you right now, they are 9.5 point
Okay, I do think the Lions can cover this game. It's tough to be able to say, because usually you have some sort of idea on what to do against teams. Against the Bills, it's really just getting pressure on Josh Allen, period. That's really what you have to do. And even if you do that, it's hard to contain him. Josh can make every throw on the run. He can run for a 3rd down and plow over your linebacker. Like there's not too many weaknesses with this team, Adam. But I'm not going to say they need to go out and beat the Bills, but at least keep it close. Build on what you've done over the last 3 weeks. If you lose a close game against the Bills, I think it'll give Lions fans, the players, even Dan, more confidence heading forward, because we know what the Bills are, man. They're one of the better teams right now in the NFL. So you just want to see them be competitive like they've been so far.
Benihana is now offended by Adam's Pearl Harbor rant. No extra fried rice for you. I don't like fried rice.
You don't like fried rice?
No.
There you go.
Not a fan of the dish.
There you go.
It's okay.
Whenever I go to those type of restaurants, I'm typically just a sushi guy.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the shrimp or chicken fried rice.
Do you like them cooking in front of you?
No, I think that's overrated.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's cool.
And Mark Royal in the chat says, keep a safety over Diggs. WoodwardSports.com chat, by the way. Go check
Easier
it out.
said than done.
No, but not even. What about Gabe Davis? Like, there's another guy that can burn you for a 60-yard touchdown.
Gabe Davis is the burner on that team.
Right.
Diggs is the guy that will methodically kill you throughout the game,
away,
10, 12 yards at a time.
We haven't even talked about Dawson Knox. So
yeah, look, they're in for a tough matchup. At the end of the day,
it's tough.
Competitive, I think, is the right word.
Yeah.
I want to see them take this 3-game momentum swing into Buffalo, even though it's at Ford Field, but like against Buffalo. I want to see them play competitive football. I want to see them play football the correct way, the way they have been playing the last 2-3 weeks more notably.
Yep.
But there is one problem I have, and I want to know your level of concern on this. They've given up almost 400 yards a game over the last 3 weeks. 9 points against Green Bay. 30 against Chicago. 18 against the Giants? My gut feeling is telling me Bills are going to put up at least 30.
Yep.
Minimum.
I would probably lean that way, too.
So what do you have to combat that? Offensively and defensively? I'm not sure. But you're giving up almost 400 yards a game in this 3-game stretch that you're winning.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Takeaways, timely sacks, getting pressure, stopping the run. And a lot of those yards against New York, you can call them garbage yards. I would agree with all of you. I think you dominated that game completely. But that doesn't negate the fact that with a Buffalo team coming into town, they're going to be able to move the ball up and down the field. And can an Aiden Hutchinson, a Kirby Joseph, can they continue to force these turnovers? Can they continue to grab these takeaways? And if they can, you have a chance. Because Buffalo will throw them your way. But it's asking a lot, in my opinion.
And on top of that, Adam, they have tape on those guys now. Like, now you have tape on what Aiden does. Like, you're not going to throw balls, his way. You know what he does. He can capitalize off of those. Kirby being the ball hawk, they're going to avoid Kirby. And on top of that, if you watch Sunday, when the Bills face the Browns, they ran the ball the most effective they ran all year with James Cook and Devin Singletary. So it's almost like that's a foreshadow of what they want to do against the Lions. They're going to have to establish the run. But we've seen Buffalo go away from the run really early. And if the Lions can do what they did against the Giants with Aleem McNeil, Aiden, and those guys, John Kaminsky, if you can stop the run or slow it down and force this offense to be one-dimensional, not saying you'll beat them still because we know what Josh, and Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis can do and Dawson Knox, but at least it becomes a little more predictable, right? So that Buffalo offense, they have quarterback draws, RPOs. Their offense it's going to be a tough task for this defense. Like you said, they gave up 400 yards to Chicago, gave up 400 yards to Green Bay. Quarterbacks led both their teams in rushing both those games. Josh Allen's going to be tough, man. He really is.
Well, look, let's go to Deshaun. He's on the line. Bills, Lions. Deshaun, what do you got for us this morning, buddy?
How are you guys doing?
Always good,
Good,
brother.
man. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Good speaking to you guys. I called the last game on Friday. I was 1 point off. I said 31-17 Detroit. I'm going to take Detroit again this week, but I'm going to go 34-38 Lions. Because that Buffalo team has been giving up a lot of points, if you've been watching. And like one of you guys just said, Josh Allen has been throwing the ball away a lot. He's been committing some turnovers, and he's been doing this throughout his career. So he has these like 4 or 5 game stretches where he gets real loose with the ball, and I think he's in the rut right now. We got the crowd going. Everybody's gonna be yelling at the top of their lungs. The young players, they got momentum on their side. They're getting confident. They starting to feel like they know how to win now. And I think the momentum is going to carry, and I think we're going to be able to run the ball on them very effectively because they've been giving up big runs all year. Their run defense isn't really all that good.
Yeah.
And Josh Reynolds is back as well, so be on the lookout for that. Him and Chark is playing, so
be on
the lookout for that.
I don't hate it because you at least gave the Bills 34, which tells me you're seeing what I'm seeing, which is an offense that is the Bills are amazing. Yeah, they can't run the ball, but really these last few weeks they've sort of found their run game with James Cook and Devin Singletary. And what you're seeing, Deshaun, is what I'm seeing as well. This is a Lions defense that's letting you move the ball up and down the field. I think the Bills will score easily. It's whether or not the Bills defense, which has only given up 17 a game, is going to step up in a way that's going to prevent the Lions from getting their 27, 30, 31, 34. I like the score.
27 to Jacoby Brissett. I know we can, we got a 3-headed rotation at running back. Chark is back. Reynolds is back, along with St. Brown. And with the momentum in Ford Field, I think, man, I really think we're going to end up getting them. And hey, this is something to throw out. I'm not superstitious, but since Peyton Manning put that commercial up about Bobby Lane, we haven't lost.
That is very true. 3-0 cents. 3-0 cents. Appreciate the call, Deshaun.
And my boy Aiden Hutchinson is balling too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
NFC Defensive Player of the Week, man.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
Take care. Great call.
To
38-34.
I like the confidence.
So I'm betting the over.
And to go off of his point, for Buffalo's pass rush, Von Miller, Gregory Rousseau, I think the best way, the Lions, they've been good at running the ball all year. Like I said, they have 100 yards in every game but 2 games. One of those games they had 95. So we'll just say every game but 1 game against Miami. What they got to do is if you could continually run the ball and kind of neutralize this Buffalo pass rush, not give them too many opportunities, the more Jared Goff steps back, Von Miller, Gregory Rousseau, those big guys up front, they're going to have opportunities, especially no Jonah, the interior, your interior offensive line's hurting a little bit, no Evan, no Jonah. So again, running the football and again, keeping that offense off the field and kind of neutralizing that pass rush a little bit as much as you can. I think that's those are the keys to victory, to be honest with you. They got to
don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I would, again, to his point, Hutchinson's been balling. The defense timely takeaways. It's a defense that's clicking right now.
Yeah.
Yes, the yards are a concern for me. It does tell me that teams can move the ball up and down the field. But can your playmakers continue to make plays? You're not going to have Jeff Okudah on Thursday, which is difficult because you would prefer to have him in a game with Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs out there, which is why at the end of the day, I know we're doing our predictions at 9:41, but it's very hard for me to see a Lions win, given I think the Bills have too much firepower and they are much more talented than Detroit. And not every week, but most weeks, talent and coaching does get you through. And this is a game, to me, it's tricky. I think it's a trap game for Buffalo. But I do think they're going to be able to somehow, some way walk away with a win. I think Lions fans will be impressed, will be happy with the performance on Thursday. I'm not expecting a blowout. I'm not expecting them to crap the bed. So it's going to be a very interesting conversation.
And Buffalo's playing for a lot more right now.
They're trying to win their division right now.
So, again,
it's not like they're 9-1, 2 games ahead of their division, overlooking the Lions on Thanksgiving, thinking about the long extended break they have over the next week and a half.
No, they know.
So they know what's on the line.
Yep.
Let's take a pause. When we get back, let's talk some Jared Goff. Let's talk Jared Goff. I want to hear what you have to say because I think I'm going to find myself on the other side of this. Okay. I really do. And I like to believe I do have a reason why fans notably feel the way they do about Jared Goff and the deep ball situation. So we'll get to that in just a bit. But before we go, I got to tell you about Planet Fitness, home of the Judgment Free Zone. Get to a Planet Fitness near you today. Sign up, $10 a month. Judgment Free Zone, your home. That is right, your home of the judgment-free environment. Your fitness is essential. Sign up today in club at Planet Fitness or visit them at planetfitness.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. If you have a big project coming up, Alta Rent has you covered. Call them today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
All right, we are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Japan almost scored, but I don't care. I already won my money. Feeling great. It's gonna be
Feeling good.
Feeling great. Let's talk some Jared Goff.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you have to say. I don't really have a question for you. I more so have I don't want to say a rebuttal, but I want to hear you out. I think over the last few days, your view on Jared Goff has been skewed one way or another, so I'm not really sure where you're at. So I want to hear you out. What do you have to say about Jared Goff?
Yeah.
And then I'm either really going to agree with you or I'm going to tell you, well, 1, no, and 2, tell you what I think, and then 3, I do have a gut feeling. I'm going to have to defend fans here in terms of their frustration with his ability to throw the ball downfield, but go ahead.
And I get the frustration with Jared Goff. I think we are in lockstep of what Jared Goff is. I've accepted that. He's not your franchise. He's not your future quarterback, but he's a quarterback you can win games with. It's been proven. Now, I understand he has the most turnovers since 2019. I get all of that. And Jared definitely has low moments, especially this season. But the point I'm making is people want to write off Jared Goff, and again, and this is I love the heavyweights, but saying, and I know Spencer said this, you could draft a rookie and get the same production out of a rookie quarterback than Jared. I don't agree with that.
I don't see a rookie quarterback producing the way Jared Goff is this year, so that is a lie.
Yeah, so that's where I just want to kind of give some context for the Jared Goff disrespect, and at some points he's deserved it, but this is the point I'm making. So with Jared right now, and people want to talk about him throwing the ball deep this year, number one, so Amon-Ra St. Brown is your number one wide receiver. He's averaging about 10, 11 yards per catch, I want to say. He's more of your intermediate short guy. He can take balls downfield, but he's not a guy, I think his longest reception's 49 yards. So he's not a guy that is going to be a big play down the field guy. He's kind of like your possession receiver. So Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's a stud. We know what he is. Josh Reynolds, kind of a similar mold, a little bigger. Again, I wouldn't call him a deep threat, but still, good receiver, good enough. DJ Chark was supposed to be that deep threat. He just hasn't. That's just the reality. He hasn't been getting separation, and when he is targeted downfield, he's not really open. Let's be honest with you. So with Jared, out of the short, deep ball attempts he's had this year, they haven't been the prettiest, but my rebuttal to that would be look at L.A., and I know it's years ago, but when you add good coaching, you add talent, right? When Todd Gurley was rushing for 1,300 yards on the season, and they could establish the play-action game, you had Cooks, you had Robert Woods, you had Cooper Kupp, a young Cooper Kupp. Those guys, we'll just go back to, I believe this is 2018 Los Angeles Rams. Again, this is the high-flying offense. They're 13-3. I believe it was the year they made the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they lost to New England. They dropped a dud, 3 points, which that's a whole nother conversation. But let's just look at context of the receivers. Brandon Cooks, 15 yards per reception. You had Cooper Kupp, 14 yards per reception. Robert Woods, 14 yards per reception. You had Josh Reynolds, 13 yards per reception. So the point I'm making is, if you can give Jared a run game, and you can give him good coaching, and you have talent on the outside, more than they have now. Let's say a Jameson Williams gets back. And I'm not saying Jared's this elite deep ball thrower. Don't get it twisted. He's not Justin Herbert. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not even Matthew Stafford throwing the ball deep. But he's capable. That's the point I'm making. So when Jameson gets back, as much concern as fans may have, well, can he even hit Jameson downfield? He's not going to hit it as consistently as some of these other better quarterbacks. But the point I'm making is, listen, if you're open downfield, Jared's capable. Go watch that 2018 film of Jared, please. It's available. Go watch it. I know it was on Twitter yesterday, too. I was looking at some of the clips, too, with Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks. If those guys were open, Jared was hitting them, right? And I know at the time you had good coaching. You had a great running back. Teams had to respect Todd Gurley. All I'm saying is give the Detroit Lions, Brad Holmes specifically, time to add more talent around Jared, because he's here for, a year or two longer. And he's capable. That's all I'm saying. So I think Jameson will be fine. Now, Jameson with a Patrick Mahomes, Herbert, or Joe Burrow, yes, it elevates him. But I don't want to – everyone sits here like Jared Goff's Malik Willis when he's really not. He's capable of hitting Jameson if he's open. And
I think Jared Goff is a capable quarterback. You're right. We're both on lockstep. He's one of the better bridge quarterbacks to have if you're going to have one in the NFL. He's middle of the pack. He's average. There's nothing wrong with that. But man, he throws a duck, and you have to understand where the fan, right? And forget the fan even. Just any Lions supporter or anybody that watches football in general, where they're coming from. Look at who you get to watch every Sunday, Jeff. Kyler Murray, Tua Tagovailoa,
right?
Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, just to name a few. You're seeing guys throw the ball around effortlessly, especially the Mahomes, the Allen, the Herbert.
Yeah, we're spoiled.
Right?
We're spoiled.
And that's what they see, and that to them, in their eyes, that is the definition of throwing the ball deep. Do I think Jared Goff can execute deep play action 30, 40 yards downfield? I do. Do I think he can hit a go route 40 yards right to the sideline, within 2 yards of the sideline? I do. Do I think he can do it as consistently as maybe an Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes? No.
No. Yeah,
I think that's where we're on the same page here.
We are.
But you need to understand from the other side, well, no, he isn't that. And Jared Goff isn't any of those guys. He doesn't have that arm talent. Mm-hmm. And yes, he did do it at times and really effectively with Woods and Cooks. But he was playing in an offense that had the best offensive line, the best run game, the young, innovative offensive head coach who took the league by storm. And nobody had an answer for his offense except Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it all was.
Coaching
not
and
just
personnel.
Jared. Not just Jared. So, you know, I put Mahomes, let's say I put him in Detroit. He'll make them all look good.
Yeah.
Does Jared Goff with the Chiefs, are they the best team in the AFC right now?
No.
So, you know, from that perspective, I would agree with them. Yeah. He's nowhere near their level.
And I'm not saying that.
And no, you're not saying that at all.
I'm saying he's capable.
But I would lean more so with you then. He is capable.
Yeah.
I think he can hit these shots downfield. Do I think you're going to open up the offense 5, 6, 7, 8 times a game and take these shots?
No.
Maybe not.
No.
But you're going to have it in your back pocket. Mm-hmm. And I would, as of now, I would trust him. I would trust him right now to make that throw once a game if I needed him to. Now, would it take 2, 3 attempts? Maybe. And that isn't ideal because sometimes you only get one shot. But that's what you have to live with when you don't have the guy, the franchise guy, the arm talent, the superiority really with all those traits that comes with a franchise quarterback. That's what you have to live with. Because you know what? Kirk Cousins doesn't make that throw every game. He misses it. Jimmy Garoppolo misses it. He missed it in the Super Bowl. Jared Goff missed it in the Super Bowl. Right? All these guys miss throws. But the great ones, they make those throws 9 out of 10 times.
Right.
And it's these middle-of-the-pack guys that'll make it 3, 4 out of every 10 attempts. And that's the difference. So,
and you look at Patrick, Herbert, those guys can throw deep balls accurately when you know they're going to throw a deep ball. Like, there's just the accuracy with those guys are on a different level. With Jared, it's really about, and again, one of the better quarterbacks in play action over the last couple of years. It's about establishing the run with Jared. And again, he's a bridge quarterback. Like, this is how this works. Ryan Tannehill having Derrick Henry. With Jared, if you can have a Todd Gurley, which, again, Lions don't have that. But if you can get a running back they have to respect, it should have been DeAndre, but he hasn't been healthy, he hasn't been performing. But let's say DeAndre was one of the better backs in the league, and teams had to respect that every play. And you can establish the play action. Receivers are going to get a little more separation. Right now, Jamal's solid, and I like Jamal, but in a play action scenario with Jamal, it's just not the same. It's not. So that's the difference, is getting more talent around Jared. I think that conversation about is Jared capable, yeah, Jared's going to struggle at times. He's going to play well at times. But I think people need to understand that he's more capable than I think most fans think he is getting the ball to his playmakers, especially with good coaching, which I think he has. So just wait and see. That's all I'm saying. I can't wait to see how they fit with Jameson.
Japan just scored.
Japan just scored. Okay.
Are we live betting Germany to win?
All right.
I don't know. Do you want to? I mean,
I think I'm going to do it. I can get them at plus 120.
Okay.
All right, we're doing it. All right, how much are we betting?
I don't know.
Betting $100 on this.
You bet how much you want.
Are you hedging? Are you hedging?
Bet.
What are you doing?
I'm thinking of betting $100 on it.
On what?
On Germany to win.
I mean, I'd almost argue you go the other side, but...
Should I do a tie instead?
Well, I don't know. I'd almost argue if you're going to do live betting...
They're both plus money right now.
Well, they should be.
And the more I wait, the less the odds are going to go.
Yeah, so you should probably...
Am I betting Germany right now? Guys, poll in the chat right now. Emergency.
Booner said he's betting the draw.
Yep.
Booner's betting the draw?
Yeah, I was going to say, but Booner had the draw from this morning.
Oh, I don't know
bet the
how
draw
I feel about
this
betting
morning,
the draw.
And then said, wow,
because Japan are going to sit back. They're going to try to settle for the point. And Germany are going to go all-out attack here.
You really think Japan's going to settle for the point?
Oh, yeah. They're going to sit back and just play defense, 100%.
Oh, well, then I go Germany, then. I would think Japan's going to attack for at least another 5 minutes.
I don't think Japan's going to have another attack the rest of the game.
Well, then you definitely go Germany.
The whole chat's telling me Germany, hammer it. We're putting $300 on this bitch. $300 Germany money line. We're all in.
Then pick Germany then.
Let's go. Let's go. We're all in.
Oh, my goodness.
We're all in.
Westfall,
and I don't care.
You're going to bet 300?
And I don't care. And I don't care, and I don't care, and I don't care. We're all in. We're all in. I have no regrets.
Wow. All right.
No regrets at all.
Well, let's hope Germany scores then.
We'll see.
They got about 20 minutes. They'll probably put 4 minutes on.
Sorry, Booner. I bet 300 on Germany to win. I apologize.
Germany?
Yeah, he put Germany. Germany to
Dude,
win.
You get them at plus money. How often do you get a team like that at plus money?
Well, you would have had Argentina plus money yesterday, too, and they lost to the Saudi Arabians. Just saying.
How about you shut up?
Poor fish.
Just pointing something out. All right, thank you. That's my life. No one ever talks to me.
Sorry, buddy.
Fish, I'd talk to you.
I'm gonna cry.
I kind of want to hedge my bet now. Should I hedge my bet and put the draw 2 or the draw 2? That way, if
you're gonna go
they
Germany
draw,
and the draw,
I break even. If they win, I make like $70.
I don't mind it.
Why don't you say F and put it on Japan too? You're gonna do that.
I can't do that. I'll lose money.
All right.
God, this is brutal.
Well, you're telling me you'd lose money if you picked Japan to win?
Yeah,
you're saying
I can't make 3 different bets, buddy. I'm gonna lose money because only one of them is gonna hit.
You bet the draw, bet Germany to win.
You can't do that. Yeah, there's a
win.
reason why. It's very hard to hedge your bets in betting. Fact of the day: did you know since taking over at quarterback, Lamar Jackson? Rip. He deleted the comment. I guess we're not reading it. Let's take a break. When we get back, I will update you on the Germany game, and I will update you on what Jeff and I are going to talk about, which is Thursday football, Thanksgiving football. We're going to give our game predictions coming up in just a second, but before we go, Jeff, I got to tell everybody about the official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network, and that is The Butchery.
Yes.
Order online today at thebutcherysl.com. Shipping is included. The Butchery meats, eats, and treats, sandwiches to die for, Wagyu meats, and artisan breads, all inspired by the legendary Chef Dave. Check them out and call 248-682-COWS. That's 248-682-COWS.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The Bacon Blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Get a shot up. This is for the win.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward.
All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports.
Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Well, let me tell you guys about Foaling. Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling game, 2 to play for $12 or the unlimited open play. You can pay $120 for a reservation up to 10 people. $2 Mr. Beer Machine and a full bar. Ooh, check it out, foalingwarehouse.com.
I feel like I'm missing out on the sitting squad right now.
We are chilling.
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing out.
We're betting. I've officially locked in the bet at plus 180.
For the draw?
I've officially locked in the bet.
So you took the draw instead of Germany to win?
No, I took Germany to win.
Oh, okay.
I took the bet, and it pays out, dear God, $540.
Okay.
So here we are. 540, 840 in total, including the original bet.
Goodness
I'm feeling
me.
good. Let's talk some Lions Thursday football. All right, I'll sit up normal. What am I doing?
Thanksgiving.
If Japan wins, Jesse Adams, let's see. If the Grouts win versus Japan, I will win 3 different bets. Had Germany winning 2-1, Germany live money line, and multi-bet exact score.
You did put a
Look
bunch
at you,
of those.
Jesse.
Yeah.
I like where your head's
That's
going.
what I was expecting you to do this morning when you freaked out.
Having said that, Jeff?
3 games tomorrow.
3 games tomorrow. Let's run through them. Who do you got? We'll start with the Lions. Bills, Lions.
We'll save them for
Who
last.
do you get?
Save them for last.
Save them for last? I don't know.
Okay, we can get it out the way.
Let's get it out the way. Let's just go in order.
All right.
Lions, Bills, Lions at home, Thursday, Thanksgiving tradition, 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Why?
This one's tough because I picked against the Lions last 3 weeks and they've won every game. So I almost want to do it again just to see what happens here. But I do. I believe the Bills are going to win this game. They're just head and shoulders above the Lions. I get the Giants. That victory is a little different in terms of how the team's constructed. There's a way to beat the Giants, and there's a way to beat the Bills. It's just not on the same. It's a much higher difficulty than beating the Giants. And I get you're at home. You're going to have a crazy crowd, probably the best the most intense crowd since week 1 when they faced Philly. So the crowd's going to be in it. It scares me that they're not as healthy as you'd like them to be. And that's really the main concern. No Jonah, no Jeff. You're going to miss some key players. Give me the Bills, but I do think the Lions cover. I'll say 34-26. Give me the Bills.
Interesting. 34-26 Bills. Very similar to my scoreline.
Mm-hmm.
Stop looking at my notes. I've got the Bills winning 34-30 over the Detroit Lions in a close one.
Yeah.
I think the Lions really put up a good fight. I think the offense finds a way to move the ball on Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think it's a close game. But at the end, the Bills just have too much talent. Let's move on.
Japan! Japan, stand up!
I told you earlier.
I deserve every bit of that.
I told you.
Telling Japan to suck your balls, man.
I told you they would come down. Now, hey, take Germany to tie. Done deal. Absolutely.
No.
Take Germany to tie. Absolutely.
All right,
Hit that button.
We're putting 500 on Germany to tie.
Adham, you are hitting that button on Germany now because they're going to be angry. They don't want to lose this group.
I'm going to find a way.
They don't want to get out of the group stage.
Man told Japan to suck his balls. And now,
if that isn't karma, guys, I don't know what is. That is awesome. Good for Japan, though.
Yeah.
Holy hell. They're beating Germany right now.
I mean, Japan's not a bad team.
Are they
like,
not?
No, they're like top 2 in Asia.
Well, that doesn't mean much. That's like saying the United States is top 2 in North America.
Okay. But
See?
He goes, okay,
but Asia's better than North America.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
your celebration earlier, now where we are now.
Oh, God, that is so
It's
awesome.
a roller coaster of
This is
emotion.
why
That's why we had
Look
their
at that
bets.
goal. Oh, my.
That's why we. What a bad goalie. Oh, no.
Yeah. It was a.
That is a mistake by the
short-sighted.
goalie. He should have ran out.
Oh, he tried to go low.
Oh, he messed up. All
This
right,
is
having
World
said
Cup.
that,
This is World Cup.
Giants,
Best tournament in the world.
Cowboys.
Nothing beats it.
Jeff, this to me is the easiest pick
Nothing
of the day.
beats it. Fight me.
Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Dallas
No
here.
question.
27-17.
I think you're being generous giving them the 17 because the Giants have a plethora of injuries. I mean, a ton of injuries. Wendell Robertson, he's out for the year, torn ACL. They have injuries on their offensive line, injuries in their secondary. This is trending in a bad direction for the Giants. They have a tough schedule the rest of the year. Give me the Cowboys in a dominant win. I'll say 33-7. I'll say that.
Interesting.
Yep.
Another back-to-back loss for the Cowboys. Not bad.
They're going to smoke.
All right, in the primetime game Thursday night, Minnesota, New England. Jeff, who do you got?
Give me the Vikings here. Coming off a disgusting game last week against the Cowboys. The Patriots haven't really shown much offensively. They have the best defense in the league right now. You could argue them or the 49ers. So I think the Patriots are going to come to play, and it is at 8:20. So Kirk Cousins. I mean, Thursday night football, it's not really a good combination there, but I have faith in the Vikings at least bouncing back, and I think offensively they're going to be able to put up more points than the Patriots. Patriots put up 3 points last week against the Jets, so give me the Vikings. I'll say 24-20.
Uh-oh. There might be a penalty.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll say 24-20. Give me the Vikings.
Oh dear God. All right, I'm going to go this is a tough one. I think New England really makes it close. I think Minnesota struggle, but I'm going to go 23-20 Minnesota on the win. I think New England keeps it very close. The defense is going to do a good job.
Wait, what score was it?
23-20.
Stop looking at my notes. I said 24-20. Copying me. It's all right. I'll let you have your. You know what? You can have it.
Moving on. We are going to go to Mailbag. Get your questions in the chat. For all of you that didn't believe in Japan like me, here we are. But let's get to Mailbag. We'll answer all of your questions coming up in just a little bit. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at the Sports Marketing Agency.
Yes, the Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, this is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com, where they let you know it's okay to not be okay.
Love Woodward Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog.
Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
And we are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, watching karma unfold in front of all of our eyes. Japan! I can't believe it. I can't believe
Japan!
it. Japan have absolutely crushed the souls of everybody in Germany. I even went as far as to call them kazi or whatever, kamikaze mother effers. I went as far to say they lost the war and they're losing in the World Cup, and look at them now. If there was ever a live viewing of what karma looks like, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And to the Japanese and their players' credit, they don't give up. And look at them, down 1-0 all game against Germany.
Mm-hmm.
They just
never
keep fighting.
conceded more. They fought their way back. They scored the goals, and they took their chances when they had to. Good for them. Good for them.
Saudi Arabia did the same thing.
You know what, Fish? We're not complimenting that shithead country. All right? So how about you shut the hell up? All right.
Adam, you're on one today, man.
I want more celebrations like that.
Oh, my God.
Those videos that came out from them winning, give me more of that.
Nope, Saudi Arabia, trash country, trash people. Moving on. Moving on. Mailbag time. Get your questions in the chats.
Oh, my God, dude.
And let's have some fun today.
How do you not?
Some fun. How is Adam still on air? Honest to God, I'm surprised I have not been canceled yet, but here we are.
Well, you've been canceled. No, you've been canceled from one person, that Red Wings chick.
She's fat. I don't care. She's a fucking whale. Think I care? Jeff and Adam, did you see the stats? Russell Wilson still has more bathrooms in his new house than he has touchdowns.
And Gino has to throw 150 balls in the dirt to equal Zach Wilson's QBR.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
Oh, God.
My goodness. Mailbag for my flex this week, Murray, Patterson, or Thielen.
Murray, who? Latavius Murray?
Yeah, Latavius Murray.
Cordero Patterson and who?
Thielen.
Ooh.
I think Thielen's third
Patterson
on that list. Yeah.
I'm going to go Patterson.
Yeah, I would go Patterson.
He's a touchdown machine for Atlanta.
Yep.
Atlanta have a good matchup, too. Who do they play? I think Atlanta plays Washington. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody?
They do. Yeah, they play Washington.
They play Washington. That's a big game for the Lions.
Yes.
Because if Washington loses and the Lions win, they're only a game behind 8th place.
They're inching.
They're getting closer. So that's a
Lions fans
a key game to watch out for. Let's see what other questions we have in the chat, Jeff. If the number one quarterback is gone in the draft, and are there any other quarterbacks the Lions should consider, or do you wait till next year and ride with Goff? Jeff, I'll let you answer that.
I think that's really up to Brad. I mean, we talk about a couple quarterbacks. You know, Hendon Hooker's kind of out of that conversation now, torn ACL. He'll be basically a flyer late in the draft. But if you're talking about the upper echelon of quarterbacks in this draft, I'm not a Will Levis guy. I've never been. I can't fall in love with him like some people do. I'm a Bryce Young guy. That's the quarterback I want. If you can't get Bryce Young, to me, you draft defense. But who knows? If Brad Holmes sees something in C.J. Stroud and wants to take him, that's your quarterback. But I would lean defense if Bryce Young's gone. That's just me. Take the best defensive player. Jalen Carter, Will Anderson, whoever it is. What do we got here? So,
are you guys live tomorrow and Friday? We are live tomorrow only for the Lions pregame show, 10 to noon. We'll be live in studio for that. And then Friday, all the shows will resume as normal. So tomorrow, expect a ton of great stuff on the pregame show with myself, Booner, Stick, and Spencer. I can't wait. It's going to be really fun. What else we got?
Hurley says Burrow's on has 1 year left. What is he worth trade wise, and would you do it? No, Burrow's not getting traded, man.
Bro.
He's getting a bag.
Bro, guys, why are we dumb?
He's getting
who asked that?
Bag.
Who asked that? Did you make it past 3rd grade, sir? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Burrow is going to have a Brinks truck loaded up.
Brinks truck.
To the back of Cincinnati.
Yep.
What are we talking about here? They're going to give him the world. They're not going to let their franchise quarterback walk out the door, let alone trade him. They're going to pay him $50-55 million a year. That's what Joe Burrow's getting.
And if he was being traded, every single team would be lined up.
And Joe Burrow still has the 5th-year option. Let's not forget that.
Why
Bills, why are we dumb? Why can't we use our brains?
Well, it is what it is.
Oh, shit! Germany! Nope, they messed up. Are they going to get a penalty? I should bet on this now before the ref calls a penalty.
Wait, you tell me you didn't put Germany to win or tie?
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, if you put draw, you're fine then.
1 second.
Aaron Herbert asks, how concerning is the offensive line for the Lions this week? I mean, it is slightly concerning. If anything, the Lions do have a lot of depth at their offensive line, but the problem is when you lose an Evan Brown who's been consistent, you have Skipper, but when you lose Jonah Jackson, you're going to need Stenberg in there. They didn't call a penalty. It does take a hit to this offensive line, so some concern because you're facing a great pass rush, a ferocious pass rush with the Bills, so they're going to have their hands full this week, no question. Over under.
Trade both your first-round picks to swap with Houston for Bryce Young? No. As of now, no. Because I don't think it would only cost 2 first-round picks. I think it would cost way more.
Yeah.
To trade up from any spot.
That's the question. No, I wouldn't, but I'm telling you, if Brad likes him a lot, sees him as a franchise quarterback, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But I don't think so, no. Defense needs a ton of work. Bryce is off the board.
Lamar's not leaving Baltimore. Another dumb question. Yep, I agree 100%. Bryce Young is 6 foot. Why do we want an undersized quarterback? Well, I'll tell you why. Because somehow, some way, in today's NFL, even the undersized quarterbacks around the league are having success.
The question is, are you accurate? Tua, how tall is Tua?
Not tall.
6 foot, I believe, something like that. So, again, it's about how accurate you are. Kyler Murray, say what you want about Kyler. I mean, there's other issues. Tua is a great example. I mean, I would take Tua. So, if that tells you anything, I don't have a problem with Bryce. It's intellect, it's accuracy, mobility. So, that compensates for that. What do we got?
Oh, my God. Germany almost scored.
Yeah,
you are really holding on to this, aren't you?
I'm chilling.
Mailbag, are you guys going to do a pregame show in Ohio State this weekend, or for Ohio State this weekend?
We are doing a pregame show, yes. It'll be Saturday. It'll be 10 to 11. And then we are likely doing a live watch-along watch party for the entire game.
Is that at Braylon's or here?
Debating. We haven't confirmed yet.
Okay. Let me know.
So
I'll be there.
We'll know hopefully end of the day tomorrow.
Okay.
But beyond the point, it's been fun. It's been fun watching. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm actually watching the World Cup.
How do you not? As you should.
How do you not? Drew Brees was short. Doug Flutie. Yep. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is a good example, whether you like it or not. Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees. Like, whether you like it or not, Kyler Murray is still a good quarterback in the NFL. He may not be the best. He may not be top 5, but he's a good quarterback. Like,
right.
you can't sit here and say Kyler Murray has been a complete bust in Arizona. It's just not the case. All right, let's see what else we have here in the chat.
Wait, Marked Royal, Tua's 3 inches taller than Young. So
Tua's not 6'3".
I was going to say, even if Tua's 6'1", I mean, what is it? So Bryce Young's 5'9", 5'10", like I don't know about that one.
Tua Tagovailoa is reportedly 6'1". He looks more like 6 foot to me.
Yeah, they're always going to add a little inch on there, so, we'll see what it is. I think that's why people fall in love with Anthony Richardson, because 6'4".
Whoever took Japan
mobile.
Live betting, by the way, good for you. Well, the goalie's up for Germany.
Yeah, Germany's got a dangerous free kick. They got to score this.
The goalie's up.
This
is basically the empty net situation in hockey.
Yeah.
We have a kid that just walked into the Lady Jane studios wearing a Bears hoodie. I kind of want to go kick him in the face. but I'm not going to do it.
I'm going to give that guy a hug.
Not going to do it. Having said that, this game is winding down. The morning show's winding down. It's been fun. You guys can all bear with us while we watch the final minute. Fish, can you make sure she gets the remote?
Yeah.
She was looking for it, please.
Yes, sir.
Go hand it to her, please. Thank you.
Okay.
So we're going to watch this free kick, and then we're going to wrap up the show. If Germany scores, we all make money. If Germany doesn't score, some of you made money. And Germany, oh my God. They had it.
They're still going.
And then the Japan players are falling down like they're dying. This is why soccer sucks. One guy is literally like this. Oh, my leg! My leg! Shut the fuck up.
Flopping.
You're fine.
You're a soccer fan.
I thought the NBA was bad.
Get up. Look, they all jumped in the air. And suddenly look, he's like, oh, God, the game's almost over. Let me go down and fall and cry. Oh, my God. Oh, dear God.
Well, he shouldn't do that because they're going to add like 90 minutes.
Drives me nuts.
Hey, Chuck says, before we go, can the Pistons make it back-to-back wins tonight? I don't know, man. That Utah Jazz team. Whew. Wow. I don't know what it is. Lori Marketing.
And that is it, boys.
Resurging.
Japan
hopefully,
have
Chuck.
pulled it off.
Hopefully.
This is the ultimate dish of karma. I can't believe what we've witnessed today. And that is it.
Football is the best.
That is it. Japan have pulled it off. You guys all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy your Thanksgiving with all of your family members. Thank you all so much, Jeff. Great week. We'll see you tomorrow live on the pregame show for the Detroit Lions-Buffalo Bills game. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. We're out of here.
Love football. Howdy now. Go enjoy some football tomorrow.
I can't.